Hey everyone, how's it going? It's just Jess. I asked you guys if you wanted to hear me tell a story time about when I literally overslept for work when my boss was picking me up and was at my house. So today I am bringing you just that. So, bringing me back to that day, I had pretty recently started at my new job. It's at a daycare. I still work there. Don't worry, I didn't get fired over the situation. Probably should have, but didn't. So basically, I had not been feeling well. I was under the weather, a bit sick, kind of like, just all clogged up and, like foggy and, just typical cold, but kind of a little bit worse than a cold. But my new work is a place that doesn't really love if you call in, because the way that, like, staffing has to be, like, there are specific ratios when you work at a daycare. Like, there has to be this many teachers to this many children type deal. So they always put on the schedule exactly the amount of teachers they'll need for the amount of children that'll be there. So if just one person calls in, everyone's kind of screwed because then there's too many children and you can't do that. It's a very delicate system, so I understand why they don't want us calling in. But, so I was sick, but obviously I still had to keep working. So my situation with my car, for those of you that don't know, which would probably be all of you, I share a car with my boyfriend. I live with my boyfriend, we share a car. He used to drive me to and from work every day because he needed the car during the day, because that's when his school was. So, me living half an hour from where I work, obviously that wasn't the ideal situation because literally it was 2 hours a day out of his time. And an extra hour of gas out of our money, like, it just sucked. Like, literally him driving a half hour to drop me off, then a half hour back home, and then a half hour to his school, because he also has school. Like, it was a triangle, so it really just, it wasn't a good system, but it was literally all we could do. But anyways, the reason that that is important is because the car situation was very delicate. So there was a day that I was unable to get to work because I didn't have the car. And I had told her in advance, I was like, I won't be able to work at that time because my boyfriend will have the car. Like, there's nothing I can do. So she offered to pick me up, which was very nice of her. Also, I was kind of like, because I didn't want to work that early. But I said, okay, because, the hours, I need the money, and, they needed me. So I agreed. I said, okay, if you pick me up at this time, I'll be ready. We'll go to work. Well, she followed through on her end. I have not overslept for work in so freaking long. Like, it has happened to me before. It's probably happened to everyone, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it's just bad. It's bad in general when you oversleep for work because it's such a bad excuse to, like, call and they're like, where are you? And you're like, I overslept? Like, that's not a good reason to not show up for work. But it's so much worse when your boss is at your house, guys, let me tell you. So, basically that morning, I wake up. I was supposed to get up at 6:30 because I needed to be in at 8. And it takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to get ready because I shower and do my makeup and all that. So I set my alarm for 6:15. That would give me an hour and 15 minutes to be dressed and ready to go by the time she got there, and we'd go to work and be there by 8. Well, clearly that didn't happen. I woke up dazed and confused and saw that it was 7:38 or something. And all of a sudden, I'm just like everything was in slow motion, and I was literally just like, what is happening? Is this real life right now? Like, what do I do? Like, literally, what do I do? So I check my phone, and there's 3 missed calls, like 3 text messages, like, she's like, she left a message, she's like, where are you? I'm at your house, like, I need to be getting to work, so if you're not coming out, like, I gotta go. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and she had just left that message. So I quick call her back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened. I literally just woke up, my alarm didn't go off, like, I just don't know what happened, because I was just so confused still. And she was like, okay, well, I gotta get going for work. So, and I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, and my boyfriend was next to me, so he was sleeping, so he woke up because I was on the phone, like, freaking out. And he's like, okay, like, I won't go to school today, it's fine, I'll skip my classes, just take the car and go, because he realized the severity of the situation. So I was like, okay, like, my boyfriend said I can take the car, he's not gonna go to class, so I'll get ready and I'll come in as soon as I can. And she's like, okay, thank you. And then we hang up and she leaves. So thankfully, she was like, she seemed okay about it, like, better than I I think I would have been if I had an employee that did that. Because like I said, my house is half an hour away from where I work. Like, that's a long ways out of someone's way to come pick me up. So basically, I felt terrible. Like, I just sped through. I still showered and did my makeup, which sounds like I probably shouldn't have, and I should have just gone straight to work. But like, I need to shower. Like, I will not be able to function in the day without showering. So I just had to do that. But anyways, so I speed to work. I get there at like 9, so I'm like an hour late. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry, like, I don't know what happened, like, trying to apologize. And the thing that I didn't like was that she was pretty passive-aggressive about it, which, I mean, she had the right to be, obviously, but I'm the kind of person who I would much rather have someone, like, yell at me, especially if I feel like I deserve it, which I really did feel like I deserved to be yelled at, than just act like everything's fine, but, like, you could clearly tell that it's not. So she just kept being like, oh, it's fine. Like, and then, like, just that face and, like, walking away. So by the end of the day, I was kind of like, you know what? Like, I don't even feel bad anymore. Screw this, like, because, like, even as she was, like, leaving to go home, I was like, hey, like, sorry again. She's like, yeah, bye. She left. I was like, alright, well, whatever. Like, I did all I could do. So, and I did end up telling everyone at my work that it's because I took NyQuil that night, and that's why I overslept, which isn't true. So that's bad, because I did lie. But to my defense, I actually was going to take NyQuil, but then I was like, no, I'm not going to take it because NyQuil knocks you out, and I'm afraid I'll oversleep if I take NyQuil. Well, turns out it didn't matter because I overslept anyways. But I just told everyone that I took it just so that I had some kind of like better excuse as to why I overslept, which I still don't know why I overslept. Like, that never happens. Like, I always set my alarm, and I don't know if it just like shut itself off automatically, like if I slept through it and it just turned off. I don't know what happened, but that is the story. So yeah, everything at work is fine now. Like, me and my boss are on fine terms, and it was so long ago, like, I really don't think she cares anymore. But she's never offered me a ride since then, which is fine, because that's too much, like, I don't want to do that again. And the car situation, like I said, is different now anyways, but whew, that was just a day to remember, I'll tell you what. So yeah, that's the story for those of you that wanted to know. Oh, I don't think probably most of you could top that, because that's pretty bad. Like, I still to this day am like cringing about it. Like, how could I do that? Like, it was bad. But anyways, moving on. That is it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, letting me know if you enjoy my story times, if you'd like me to do more story times. Just let me know what you're thinking and tell me how your day was and all that, you know, just start talking, get talking, tell me whatever you want to tell me in the comments. Subscribe if you are new here and haven't already. Click that little bell icon so that you are notified when I do upload a video. And of course, as always, all my social media links are down in the description below. Other than that, I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye!